this is Irina Zuckerman, back again to talk with Jeff Bezos about business risk, reputational management, and his very strange circle of Qatari and Turkish agent friends. Jeff, I'm a user of your product, a long-time admirer of your entrepreneurial spirit, which has put you on track to become the world's first trillionaire. And that's why I don't understand why you feel the need to embroil yourself in political agendas involving dubious characters with anti-American positions. Why are you willing to put at risk the very system that has allowed you to succeed for the sake of scoring points with the very people seeking to use you to undermine it? What do I mean? When purchasing Washington Post, Amazon inherited people like Jamal Khashoggi, an Islamist, opposed to freedom of speech despite the fact that he became a mascot for it. Karen Atiyah, a Qatari-educated editor who is willing to put Washington Post's reputation at risk by aligning closely with Qatar Foundation International and Qatar's political agenda and essentially treating the paper as a foreign agent of a hostile foreign government. All of these people are tied together with Ken Roth's Human Rights Watch, once reputable organization, now filled with Qatari agents who worked in a variety of Qatari-funded groups. And last but least, there is Khadija Cengiz, Khashoggi's alleged fiancé, who appeared out of nowhere shortly after his death, and who has been pushing this agenda around the world without answering any questions about her background and her involvement. She had also traveled to Qatar and discussed political agendas with Qatari high-level officials. Now, where does that place you, Jeff? At the circle of political intrigue. You used your dispute with the Saudis over the building of Amazon and data transparency perhaps as motivation for getting involved in this. But let's look at where it ultimately led you. You started by accusing the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia of hacking your phone. This led you on a year-long quest involving various ex-Saudi opposition members who shared virulently anti-Semitic and hateful ideology with Jamal Khashoggi, and ultimately led to nothing but embarrassment when even Washington Post had to retract your accusations for lack of technical merit. It hasn't patched up things with Saudis. Sure, it looks like you've recently acquired a Turkish company, perhaps as a reward for your hard work on political front. The Turkish company may turn into another successful expansion of Amazon operations into the Middle East. But ultimately, all of that comes at a loss to your credibility and potential to do business with far wider swaths of the Middle East. Is Qatar really worth it? You're rich enough as it is. You can afford not to care what other people think. Now we see that people like Tawakkol Karman, a friend of Khadija Cengiz, is joining Facebook. She is against freedom of speech. She is an Islamist. The people like that are never coincidentally appearing on the scene. They're linked to each other. They're linked to the operations that they see as welcoming. And you, Jeff, are facilitating all of this. You are undermining the very things that made you successful. They can become the undoing of your vast fortune, both in personal and professional space. Is it really worth it?